In the study where we built a single well model and ran it, we found that we had coning of water into our well and gas moving down into our well from the top. We commented that it might be wise to try to go back and complete further away from our contacts. Let's see how this might be done. First, we'll open Merlin, and notice that it will open the file that we were working on last, which is singlewell.mer. So that we don't wipe out what we've already done, let's do a save as and save this under a new name, singlewell2. Everything about the model will stay the same, but we're going to change our completion strategy. So we'll go to well description, and note that we completed up to the gas cap and down to the water zone. For an extreme case, let's assume we shut in our wells, shut in the completions, and do not complete in the 2 layers below the gas cap or the 2 layers above the water zone, and complete only in the middle portion of our reservoir. To shut in an area, all we have to do is specify that it does not have a completion by specifying a 0 for its PI. That's it. We've redefined our model and we're ready to run. While we're running, we might comment on some of the things we're seeing. We're seeing the time step, the time, the oil, water, and gas rate, and we're seeing the cumulative material balance in percent for oil, water, and gas. Notice that we got up to a 1.5% material balance. This is really not very much in the gas cap. Let's look at our results. And first we'll look at it the same way we did before, looking at field summary, considering we've got a single well model. On first glance, it looks like we still did not maintain our production rate very long. We did get gas breakthrough early, and we got water breakthrough fairly early. Let's compare this to the previous run. First, we'll turn off gas-oil ratio and pressure, as we're not really looking at these at this point. And then we'll compare to the previous run. So I'll select a file to compare with, and the previous run was single well. Now we see the current run plotted in blue and the earlier run plotted in green. And we note, yes, we had gas breakthrough at about the same time, but it was much less than we saw in the earlier run. The same is true with water. We had an early water breakthrough, but it did delay a little longer, but it did not go nearly as high as we saw in the earlier run. You can see this especially in the cumulatives, where the cumulative gas and cumulative water are much lower than they were in the earlier run, indicating now we're handling much less of our undesirable fluid. It's interesting to note in cum oil that the earlier run did produce more cum oil early, where this run produced more oil late. Is this incremental increase in oil worth the delay in production? That has to be determined by doing economic evaluation.